So what has been going on here all day, Ben?
I've been moving stuff around.
I know, but why?
I'm looking for my birth certificate, and I called you like 3 times today, and you weren't available.
Did you look in my files?
I did look in the file cabinet.
Did you look under Ben, important documents?
I saw that. That was in the subsection of Ben.
Did you see Ben, not so important documents?
I saw that. Yeah, wasn't in there.
Did you see Ben, to be filed?
I didn't find it in any of the files.
Yeah.
But I did find this picture that I can't get over. Look at this.
God, I haven't seen this for about 25 years.
Who is that?
That's Sharon Koppleman. Remember I told you about Koppleman and Katz? We were a folk act.
Oh, right. Oh, that's
yeah.
Sharon.
She was my partner, and she was my partner in life. She was my old lady, as they used to say in those days.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
We were into some very heavy stuff.
What? Some what?
For 3.5 years, she was my main squeeze. We were lovers.
You were lovers?
Yeah.
Isn't there another word for that wouldn't make me so nauseous?
I was her old man. I'm your old man now, but then I was her old man. Yeah. It's at different times.
I thought you were just...
yeah.
I assumed that you were just...
We both played the guitar, acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
But we did the whole circuit. We were good. We would do the folk clubs. We did demonstrations, sit-ins.
Just tell me one thing, Dad. You guys didn't snap instead of clap, because I hate that.
No, we never did that.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks a little crazy, in the eyes.
In the 60s, we all stayed up late.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Got the crazy eyes.
Yep. It was such a different time for everybody.
Well, whenever I see a picture of you from back then, Dad, it looks like you were trying too hard to be one of those people who was freewheeling and carefree and all the free words.
Well, it's not easy to do that.
That's a big belt, Dad,
Not in proportion to my collar. And nobody wore a bra in those days.
Really? Well, they were all burnt.
Well, she used to preheat her bra. She sort of hedged the issue, So, Laura, when I don't know if I ever told you this, when I was in college, I was half of a folk act, Koppleman and Katz.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever hear of them?
Mm.
We used to have this very cute little way of introducing ourselves. We would say to the audience, I'd go, she's Koppleman, and she'd go, he's Katz. And then she'd say, I'm Koppleman, and I'd say, I'm Katz. Koppleman and Katz. That's. Yeah, it was cute. And you can, you feel free to say no, but I would love it if you would just for one very sentimental moment for me, if you would, when I say she's Koppleman, if you just say he's Katz.
Seriously?
Yep. Would you do that for me? I'm gonna say I'm gonna say she's Koppleman. She's Koppleman. She's Koppleman. Then you go, he's Katz.
He's Katz.
Let's try it again. She's Koppleman.
He's Katz.
And now say, I'm Koppleman. And that's all I'm going to ask. Please. It'll mean a lot to me. I got about 3 minutes before my first patient shows up. Just say, I'm Koppleman.
I'm Koppleman.
I'm Katz. We're Koppleman and Katz. And that's that.
Are we done?
I'm pretty happy. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know. I have a wife. I have 2 kids. I don't know. I just feel like I have no one to share it with. I'm trying to be a good father. There's some proud moments. My daughter's 3 years old. She's gone 6 months now without a cigarette.
Mazel tov.
And I try to get involved. It's very important. I change the cat box before my kids play in it.
Huh.
And my wife is a feminist, always competing with me. She says men are inferior because they can't carry life in their belly. Yeah, I had a tapeworm this big. Looked just like me, a little balding worm with glasses. I raised him like a son. Little boober. When we first got married, we agreed no cheating on one another, unless our wildest fantasy could come true. So we wrote them down on little pieces of paper. She picked Kevin Costner, and I picked Cindy Crawford. So, after a year went by, I said, honey, why don't we update the list? So she picked Brad Pitt, and I picked our babysitter. And I won, and she won't accept that.
I thought maybe between patients, I'd pick a little guitar. You know why I'm gonna pick a little guitar?
Why?
'Cause I'm just a guitar picking fool, fresh out a guitar picking school. That's a song we used to do. Looking
Really?
for a guitar picking gal. I'll bet my guitar picking life she'll be my guitar picking wife. And we will pick our guitar's teeth and drool. Sing this with me. Go. Sometimes Okay. What do you think? And be honest with me.
I don't like folk music.
No.
No, not really. Just
Well,
whenever I listen to folk music, it's just so grating.
Don't put a label on it. I mean, don't put that label on it if you hate it.
It's just the kind of thing that after you listen to it for a little while, all you can think of is shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah. But what we did
And
then.
the trees and the flowers and
Yeah.
the children
Oh, I
and the
hate-
people and the merry-go-round.
Oh, sure. I hate that stuff too. I'm with you.
It's too trilly. Why did they do
Yeah.
that?
That was considered at the time intense. That very fast vibrato. What we now consider annoying, they used to call intense.
But a lot of men think I'm really hot. I can't really help that.
Uh-huh.
It's not really something I can control, I find. My hotness and my heat,
Right.
and it's my incredible figure. Like I need that, and my personality, which is such a threatening package. It's the only reason I can think of that I'm alone.
Well,
I'm always trying to figure out the way to get the right guy, and I should go with a more professional man or younger man or older man. And my new category is guys whose families are dead. I'm looking for a Bosnian love connection because I can't deal with the families anymore.
yeah.
I have to keep going to one war-torn country after the next and find the, dead guy family guy who's hunky and sensitive and can appreciate me. I'm also really into Lyle Menendez,
I remember that.
whose parents are dead. So that's a start.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I just think he's got something. And I suppose this, you would probably say that I'm just setting myself up again for a, quote, unavailable man. But I think he's very bright. He went to Princeton.
Yeah.
He didn't do so well there, but he had to kill his parents, like his junior year. And I think everything will work out really well as long as I don't make him mad. Because, he can be.
Sure.
But that's cool. We all go through fate. Oh, like you've never had a day when you wanted to kill your parents. And reload. Come on. Dr. Katz, I'm going to need you to hold me for this next part.
Yeah, I don't think that's such a good idea, Kathy.
If we could spoon and I could be on the inside.
And why do you get to be on the inside?
Because I'm smaller, it makes me feel small and feminine. It's the same reason I like to be picked up and carried.
Yeah.
And also maybe like thrown up into the air and caught. But not in an aggressive way, but in a playful way. That's a little bit threatening, but not very. I also like to be bench pressed.
Uh-huh.
And I like to punch guys really hard in the stomach. When they've maybe done some ab work and they're really proud of it and they say, come on, hit me. And I say, oh, honey, no. And I'll give them a little girl punch and they'll go, come on, don't insult me, hit me. Come on, harder, you can do better than that. Come on, hit me. And then I hit them really hard and then they act like it didn't hurt. But I go right for the windpipe.
What?
Let me ask you a quick question. Is my dad acting a little odd today? He didn't make you sing the Koppleman Katz thing, did he?
Mm-hmm.
I did it too. I'm Koppleman. He's Katz. I'm Koppleman. He's Katz. You're annoying, and I'm your son.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Yeah.
Hey, you wouldn't want to do it with me, would you?
No.
I'm Katz.
Doctor,
Yes.
maybe I should join a subculture and just be in a biker gang. Although, if you're actually in one, you call it a club.
It sounds good.
It doesn't to be say, hey, I joined a new club. It's a biker club / gang.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of have a fantasy about that where, I just don't have to worry anymore. And I'm on the back of some guy's Harley and he has like a name. You know how biker people don't have their real name. Their name is never, Jaime or something. And so his biker name would be like Trouble. And I got to call him Trouble because where trouble goes, I follow. And he's a freak because, I enjoy the freaks so much.
Yeah, why that type of man?
I just like the freaky men, the men that are askew in some way, the men that don't bow down to the man, the nonconformist freak, the freakazoids.
Well, how do you think your parents will feel when you bring home trouble?
Oh, my parents would be they'd hate trouble.
This is really about getting back at your parents. You're so angry at them for something. Kathy, let's try something. Let's do a little role playing.
Okay.
I'll play the part of your father. Introduce me.
Dad, this is Trouble. Don't give him any of your lip.
Hi, Trouble.
And maybe I'll call him Daddy-O. Hey, Daddy-O, what gives? What's the jig? Trouble's gonna cut you.
Honey, can you get Trouble something to drink? Trouble, what would you like?
All right, at this point, my mom would be passed out. I'm just saying.
And how would your mother react? What's she like?
She's very nurturing, and she's also in a huge amount of denial. So she would, and Trouble would be standing there before her with the leather vest and the tattoos and the gut hanging out.
Yeah.
But when she looked at him, she would see a 9-iron and the shorts and then the print golf shirt. She would see basically a young Jack Nicklaus, their dream match for me.
Way back in '68, we thought we saw the light. We stood for what we stood for, 'cause we all knew wrong from right.
Wow.
We went to lots of meetings, and we talked of war and hate. Just to show you how long ago I wrote this, but now we're closing in on 30. And we've started getting straight, which had a different meaning in those days. And then it goes, hey, diddle, 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 hey, diddle, diddle. No, not.
I'm still looking for the birth certificate, and I can't find it.
Did you try the shoebox?
I didn't try the shoebox, but
Okay.
I got stuck in the crawl space. I checked the closet, and I'll tell you something, Dad. I did find a lot more hippie stuff.
Did you?
Like a lot of the Sharon era stuff.
What stuff did you find?
I found a couple of patches, patches for your clothes.
Right.
I found a couple peace sign necklaces.
Yeah.
And then I found a keep on truckin' bumper sticker.
The peace signs, what those peace signs?
Yeah.
One was mine, and one was Sharon's.
Uh-huh.
They were really engagement rings, those.
The peace signs.
Only hipper. You know what I mean?
No, I don't speak your lingo, Dad. You were going to get married?
Well, had things worked out, if I had gone with her to California,
You would have married her.
we very likely could have become husband and wife,
Well, why didn't you go?
I just didn't want to admit that I didn't know how to drive a stick.
I got married this year.
That's great.
I had to buy an engagement ring, and I have incredibly poor taste in jewelry. I would have preferred just handing my wife the money. Here, will you marry me? No? How much more? Do you take Visa? I think the engagement ring is a form of payment, though.
Right.
I mean, it's a statistical fact that women who never get married live longer than women who do, but men who never get married don't live as long as men who do. It's only fair, then, some type of compensation is extended. Here, this is for the life that I'm about to suck out of you. I don't think men and women can ever communicate that well. I think women have a better grasp of language than men.
Mm-hmm.
There are no synonyms in a woman's vocabulary. Every word has its own shade of meaning. I didn't say that I was mad. I said that I was upset. Maybe you should listen. Women want men to be more expressive, more open with our feelings. Unfortunately, we aren't capable of being that sensitive. We simply aren't equipped with the same emotional antennae as women. They got satellite dishes. We got coat hangers with aluminum foil on the tip.
Yeah.
Women are much more verbal than men, and it's because we aren't verbal that we're rarely able to provide women with the romantic dialogue they so desire. Women should have teleprompters mounted on their foreheads. That way we could read whatever they wanted us to say and still almost make eye contact and appear sincere. Without you, my life has no meaning. I am like a bee without a flower. Je t'aime.
Directory assistant, what city, please?
In Fresno, do you have a listing for a Sharon Koppleman that's a K like Koppleman, O like Appleman, P like Poppleman, P like Poppleman, L like Loppleman?
No. I'm
sorry, sir. There's no one here under that listing.
What do you have?
I've got a Rita Coons.
Okay, I'll take that. I mean, there was one exceptional.
Really?
For you?
Yeah.
Who?
No, I had a girlfriend in college named Sharon Koppleman who, she would play my body like an accordion, you know.
Ooh. I usually hate accordion music, but I think I'd make an exception.
She was the only woman who could get me to hit the E above middle C. You know what I mean?
She's good.
Yeah. Yeah, she just...
Could you give us a little sample, or it's just too late in life, or...
Yeah, hold me closer.
Ew.
Here comes the accordion!
So Sharon, she got out of the music business and became a holistic healer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, like many of her ilk, she believes in drinking a glass of your own urine every day.
Uh-huh.
Because it contains antibodies that
Really?
supposedly help your body fight off disease. And there is some kind of medical substantiation to that theory, you know, but of course there's the downside.
Which is...
Pee-pee breath.
Yeah.
I found my birth certificate.
Oh, that's great. Where did you end up finding
It
it?
was in my pocket the whole time.
You kidding me?
No, it wasn't. It was in the...
Was it in the
stuck-
shoebox?
No, it was stuck between two drawers.
Right.
Yeah.
So Ben, what's up with the picture there?
You know, Dad, if you and Sharon had gotten together, I mean,
Yeah.
if you had stayed together, if you had made it work instead of bailed out, maybe you would have been a big folk duet. You know, there's a million of them out there
Yeah.
making bundles of money.
It
you know?
could have happened. I'm not saying it couldn't have happened.
And then we'd be on some beach house in one of the Santa places out there on the West Coast.
Santa Malibu.
Well, any one of those
Santa
small
Barbara.
beach towns that a lot of celebrities live in.
Yeah.
You know the best thing about being famous?
What's that?
You're better at parties.
It's a real icebreaker.
Yeah. You come
Yeah.
in, you can say anything. Everybody laughs.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a piece.
That's right.
Everybody sucks up.
Yep.
Nobody sucks up to you.
Not now.
But maybe if you two had me, it wouldn't be Ben. You know, I'd be named after some constellation, Cassiopeia, or Orion, the Hunter. That's what you'd call me. Dad,
Hey,
maybe
Benny
this isn't a
boy.
good time. Okay.
Benny boy. Benny boy. I love you just the way. Wait, let me find the good. Wait, I love you just the way. I'd throw it all away. I love you
Yeah.
just the way you are.
Ah, that hurts. Hurts so good.
We're
You know,
gonna
hey, Dad,
take a break, come back in a couple of minutes. You guys have been terrific.
I feel uncomfortable being here.
You know who I hate, Dr. Katz? Vietnam vets. That's who I hate.
Yeah.
What about me? Where do I fit into this? What about the draft dodger? Nobody ever says anything about the poor draft dodger. I have post-stress syndrome. Look at me. Sometimes late at night, I wake up screaming, in a sweat, thinking I'm back in a disco in Montreal. My friend Marty's always talking about the Tet Offensive. Hey, I was at Woodstock with the rain and the mud and Sha-na-na. And I feel horrible about world hunger. And, you know, last night I was watching Sally Struthers, and it was really sad. I was crying, and what can I do? What can I do? And I saw the 800 number, and I'm not bragging, but I called the 800 number, and I said, listen, you got to stop running these commercials. It's bumming me out. And I really feel like I did something. I am against sex education. You want to wipe out teen pregnancy, it begins at home. It's the parent's responsibility to sit your child down and teach them shame for their bodies. Tell your kids they're fat. That's my solution. Every time I see my children walking around, I say, drop a few pounds, you porker. They hate themselves, and I don't have to worry about the boys coming to calling.
One time I was at this nightclub.
Yeah.
I was just dancing by myself because I love doing that. I'll go dancing and I'll be in the middle of the dance floor, but I'm acting like I'm with someone else and they're getting my drink. And every so often I'll look toward the bar area and wave or put one finger up like I'll be there in 1 minute. The other thing I'll do is, like, if people are dancing, in a group, I'll just sort of act like one of them is my date. Okay, well, I admit that I have this guy in my life who is just a friend that I also have sex with sometimes.
Right.
I don't feel any shame or guilt about it because I think everyone has that person, that person that you just call at 2 a.m. and goes, "Who wants to get laid?" And he goes, "I do." And then he comes over. Anyway, one night we had just finished,
Up?
Well, we were just kind of lying there, and he was doing this thing where he was just lying on the bed and sort of slowly stroking his chest. And then he decided to open up to me, and he said, "Sometimes, I just get so mad, and I see stuff on the news, and I just think, I can see how you could murder someone." And I just turned to him and I said, "Okay, we should go. There's traffic."
Kathy, you know what the music means. Our time is up.
Hey, you know what I love? Those songs where you, instead of saying a dirty word at the end, you change it into
right.
I love that.
Oh, yeah. I was born to be punished.
Right.
Born to be hurt. To be stepped on and treated like dirt.
Yeah.
But my love for you,
Nothing dirty yet.
girl, it won't quit. Even though I know everything you touch turns to shame on you,
I
girl,
love
right?
that. I
Treated
did.
me so.
Oh, man.
More?
That gets me every
More?
time. More.
Most other fellers would just up and go.
Right.
But my love for you, girl, it won't quit.
Yeah.
Even though I know everything you touch turns to shoulda known better.
Every
I
time. See?
Because I think you're going to say,
I should have
listen
thought you were going to say.
to my friend's advice.
Right.
But my love for you,
Yeah.
girl, it won't quit. Even though I know everything you touch turns to Sheila, don't be so cruel.
There you go again.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any cleverer than that.
This has been a presentation from Comedy Central.